Hi everyone, I guess this is my new setup. So happy full moon in Leo, happy full moon, happy blood moon, happy wolf moon. So if you saw the moon, it was beautiful, it was red, it was fabulous. My energy was not going to allow me to um, film. It was a busy day, it was a great day. I made a video and I was going to upload it last night, and the energy was so drained, and someone else was talking about how all of this celestial event will make some of us very relaxed. So what I want to do is start this off by just going into the biggest happenings for Sunday, January 20th, 2019, right? So the triangle, the strongest points on the chart is Leo in the 11th house, Aries in the 7th house, and Capricorn, okay? So Capricorn in the 12th house. I didn't write that one down on here, okay? So Capricorn has a lot going on in their area, okay? They have, and their area of the chart. So there's a lot of activities going on. I was going to go off track and just talk about something else, but I want to keep on track for this, for all of us, okay? Because I've been working on my chart, reviewing my chart for my own personal growth, and I think it's so important for everyone to look at their chart, to understand them, to better understand yourself and see how you can apply it to you, and maybe what you don't like in your chart. That way you can actually change it, okay? And just change certain things, whether what it is that you're doing or what you're trying to manifest, okay? So let's start with Aquarius. So Aquarius has Lilith, okay? And you want to look at how you handle frustration or different things in your life. What is your topic right now? What is going on for you right now in your life? Okay? What kind of frustration or anything that you're refusing to deal with in your life right now? And then try to connect with that, okay? I show you everything that I've written down, that I thought, was the main issue for this month. Also, what are you frustrated about in yourself or someone else? And that's really usually hard to deal with or to look at, is what we can change about ourselves or someone else. And at this time for the full moon, all of this celestial events, it's such a huge topic, a huge issue for us to work on. I'm going to do the meditation video. I have the notes right here that I've written down, all the important things that I feel can be something we can all reflect on for ourselves. So with Aquarius being an air sign, with the water bearer that is very connected to the element of water, even though they're an air sign, they're very intuitive. Their emotions can be very strong. When they master themselves, they can really create something new and edgy, beyond their time, kind of like Pisces. They connect like that, where they can bring forth in their generation something that's a future technology or way of thinking to better their society emotionally or for fun, okay? And allowing to be a free spirit. So from one of my other notes, are you, or have you been, or feel you will be rejected, okay? So do you have that strong intuition, Aquarius, that you're going to be rejected, or some kind of frustration with someone or something, okay? So trust that intuition, like rewind it. Are you, or have you been in the past, or do you feel like you will be rejected, and why is it? So what's that frustration? What's not adding up? If you think about what Lilith represents, why is it not adding up? If you don't handle this situation right, then it's like, what can you take away from it if you don't get anything? Nothing, right? And when we don't handle it correctly, it's like your true power is getting, I'm trying to explain it, where it's like your true power will get completely distracted, okay? And you want to become more of a hermit, right? And become in a negative way. So if you don't handle it properly, you become like a hermit, and then you're not handling whatever that problem is the correct way. So even though it might be hard, maybe you do need this blood moon to meditate, so, and to think, and time to think and say, okay, where do I want to go? So you can really bring closure, understanding, or growth to whatever that situation is. So you don't want to close out the outside world. You want to make sure that you really address what the issue is. So if you intuitively feel like you need a change, you need to let go of something, then definitely let go of it. All right? And let me do this. You're also in the 5th house. I want to bring you up really in the 1st house. Okay? So being in that 1st house, you're in Aries house, so you're thinking about putting yourself first. Okay? So this whole red blood moon, wolf moon, the middle of winter, that survival mode, which I'll talk more about in my meditation video, is all about for everyone, not just Aquarius, but just how can I survive this middle of winter, if you will, and how can I find my strength, okay? Lilith is in the 5th house. That's what it's saying, okay? So from this note, okay, I won't get into that. I'll save that for another video. So with this Lilith energy, you want to find out how you deal with frustration, right? And how can you deal with it where it doesn't destroy you, but you can be more empowered from it and find more structure, all right? So let's go to Pisces now. Pisces in the 2nd house, and Pisces with Neptune. Neptune is all about dreams, vision. The most important thing that popped out for this month, because there's many different words associated with each planet and so on. But for this time frame, it's your dreams, and it's how you can heal, Pisces, okay? And also, you want to know that, you know, you can make things work for yourself. You can evolve from where you are. You don't have to be holding on to something that isn't working, will not work. And this is quite interesting, and I don't know why I have that written down here. But also we have Chiron. So Chiron there, you want to focus on healing. So for some of you Pisces, you might be even thinking about learning about something that has to do with healing. You might want to start up, you know, maybe massage therapy, physical therapy, but something that will bring you stability and structure in your life, because you're such a free spirit, okay, that you want to have some kind of structure so that moving forward, you won't feel the need to depend on someone else or feel scattered or anything like that. And for some of you, you might even, and not just Pisces this goes for, but it's readings for Pisces, you might even want to roommate with someone that's even more structured than you. And you would just have to learn how to deal with that person. If you have to share the kitchen with them, if you know, the bathroom, hopefully not the bathroom, but, you know, if it is, fine. But, you know, these are things that you have to learn how to master within yourself. That's why I'm teaching everyone that even my Reiki students, to learn about your birth chart. It's just another form of guidance. It's the old way of giving yourself guidance, okay? What else do I have in my notes? Okay, so I don't know why that lined up like that, but okay. So, and then you're in the 2nd house. So what does the 2nd house mean for you? So it's the money that you have. It's the things that you value. If you're going through a hard time right now where there's finances and money, that could play a big part in how you're thinking and how you're feeling. So let's look now. We're going to go over to Aries. And I'm not going to go into the four corners like the IC and define it, because I think I have done that already. I'm going to try and stop defining it in the video. And I'll just make 4 separate videos on each of them. And from what I've seen, certain things in astrology, there are videos on them, but I'd like to do them in the future in a certain way. So Aries has Mars, okay, your planet. So whenever you have your planet in your house, you want to use it to best address whatever is a hot situation going on in your life at the moment, okay? And being in the 3rd house, you want to see, okay, how can Mars help me with my communication? Because you're in Gemini's house. What can I learn? What can I communicate? What do I need to say? What do I need to do? Right? And how will this benefit me in the future and in the present right now? And you also have Uranus, okay? So then you want to think, okay, how can Uranus help me along with Mars? What qualities do both of them have together that I feel that could help me get through what I'm going through right now? All right. Now, Taurus is in the 4th house. Taurus in the 4th house will want to get a message out to the world. You know, something that will bring awareness, and this awareness will be in hopes to make someone better, do better for themselves, whether it's a family member or friend, but you want to make sure that you're getting that message out. Now, you have no planets for where I am, and you have to look for the chart where you are. So there's no planets in your zodiac sign. So you really want to focus on the house. And as always, you want to look to the other, across your opposite zodiac, what's going on, you know, across the river, if you will. Okay, so that's Scorpio. So what's going on in Scorpio's house? Nothing in Scorpio. So, but you also know that Scorpio is, what location is Scorpio in? So you also might more reflect to the 10th house of career. So maybe part of the issue is maybe keeping your home and having a career, you know, to sustain you. So that could be your issue, and then how you get the money for that. Okay, so Taurus, that could be your issue. Gemini, 5th house issues. So with the 5th house issues, you're more thinking about your personal creativity and expressing that, maybe to help yourself, your family. Maybe you want to convey a message in a sexy way, a romantic way, a fun way, a creative, playful way. So it all depends on what your goal is, okay? Now for Cancer, Cancer has the North Node, okay? And am I doing this for the wrong day? Sorry, I'm bugging, but I'm not. I'm looking at the chart going, what? So in Cancer's house, you want to really take a step back and figure out, what is it that I really want to do? And this is for the success of yourself, because your North Node is like your aim. So where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What is your life purpose? What are you here for? And it has Fortuna there as well. So you really want to use this moon if you are a Cancer, and even Gemini and Leo being so close to you, they really can benefit from that energy, even though Fortuna and the North Node is in Cancer. This is a great time for all Cancers, and your water signs can benefit from it too. But the full moon, the eclipse, all of this is, how can I better my direction in life? Where am I going, right? And 6th or 7th house issues. So the 6th house issues, you can improve with your work, your health, if you know that you're not taking your health as seriously as you should. Self-improvement for yourself, anything to do with work, 6th house issues, 7th house issues. You want to look at your partnership. Maybe your partnership is screwing you up. Maybe you're sharing a place with someone and they can't pay their part of the bills, but if they can't, then you're going to have to really get some paperwork done and say that they will pay you whatever. So they, you got to get paperwork done. I'm just telling people, like, you can't trust anyone. I don't care if you're related to them. You have to have the paperwork, something signed. If you're forking over that money, say like you're sharing a place with someone, and for whatever reason, you're not taking it personal, you're just protecting yourself. Your roommate can't pay, but you have to pay the landlord. But you have to now say, okay, if it's either you sign it today or tomorrow, whatever, a contract that you will personally reimburse me, get a lawyer, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you're paying for the rent and the landlord doesn't care. They got the rent money. What are you going to do? So you have to make sure that you pay yourself. You can't just go for the person's word, okay? Awareness, the 7th house is awareness of others, right? So your marriage or your partnership, this is, not marriage, of course. This is like, roommates, okay? So that's Cancers. Leo is in the 8th house. Okay, some Leos might find the 7th house issues. The 8th house issues is other people's money. See how it's coming around right there? Other people's money. Could be death, anything to do with sex, other people's money, how you handle and share money, any responsibilities that has to do with sharing money, okay? And that responsibility of that. So let me see if there's anything in my notes, because sometimes when I'm writing this down, like something will pop up and I'm like, oh, I gotta share that. And if I have a friend that's of one of these signs, I'm like, oh, this came to me, or focusing on this. Now for Virgo, 8th or 9th house issues you guys will be dealing with. Because when I do readings for people, they're like, okay, I'm like, you're in the 8th house. They're like, well, I'm not really. Most of the times they're like, yeah, I'm relating to that. But then something else could be a major issue, okay? So for Virgos, you have the 8th house, which, like I said, is Scorpio's house. So it's like, how you deal with other people's money. Maybe someone that is your partner or a friend is going to receive money, and then part of that money somehow should be dealt out to you, right? 9th house issues is more like a Sagittarius. So it would be more like travel, education, law, okay? A lot, publishing your work or something to do with publishing, religion. It's about expanding yourself, right? It's about how can I grow from this situation I'm in. So that's what Virgo is thinking. No signs for the full moon, okay? And now Libra is in the MC of the chart, okay? So a lot of attention is focused on you, and 9th house issues. The same, a little bit of 9th house issues as Virgo, okay, Libra? And some 10th house issues as well. So when you're here in this situation, it's like travel, career. Will you still have your career? There's always a career issue when Libras is in around the 10th and 9th house. It has to do with travel and career. 9th house is the travel, the 10th house is the career. So maybe a lot of people are getting fired from work, so you don't know if you're going to still keep your job. Maybe there's some kind of cut. Yeah, same thing, downsizing, whatever. So there's always an issue. Scorpios will feel that too. Scorpios will feel the 10th house issues of career and taking power for yourself, or someone changing around the power dynamics when it has to do with your life status and work, okay? And funny enough, there's some Libras I know that are experiencing that, okay? And that started maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. They got notice of it for their field, okay? Okay, so let me check if there's anything interesting from my notes. Okay, so for Sagittarius, I wrote down some extra stuff. Okay. So for Sagittarius, and this is for, the Monday's reading. So for Sagittarius, you have Jupiter, and Jupiter is really very powerful in the expanding, moving yourself forward. How can I move forward? How can I grow from this situation, right? And you want that growth in any kind of goals you have for yourself, aspiration, any kind of clubs, institution type of thing. What club are you a part of? And when you think of club, don't just think, oh, ideally it could be something else. Your social hangout group might start something, and that's what you're a part of. And there might be some kind of issues going on there, right? So you want to say, okay, how can we fix this situation? How can we grow from it? And that Venus energy is there, so it might be an issue where someone might be acting really nice, or it could be you, Sagittarius. You could mask what the real situation is because you know that there is something to really work on. So when you have that Jupiter and Venus energy, it's like, how can you grow? But you don't want to, there's many ways of reading it, but you don't want to be vain about things. You want to protect or fight for what you feel is yours. But then how can you switch that into something positive? You want to attract people to you and things to you. So how do you do that? Making sure that you are really dealing with what's blocking the issue rather than ignoring that. Okay? And you want to, and that's not even in there, you want to make sure that you are presenting yourself the way you want to be seen. And you want to make the way to really win for yourself in a positive way and to grow is to really be like the feminine side. Strengthen the feminine side, which can be a fighter like the masculinity, but you want to be softer in certain ways. That way you can truly expand. So where you think you need to be hard, that needs to be looked at in a different way. Okay? Now, did we start with Capricorn? I don't think so. So Capricorn has a lot going on. Okay? So Capricorn has, let me break it down. Capricorn has Saturn. It has, because I had to shift it because I wrote this down for the other day, but it needs to be done for today. So some things in my notes are a little bit different. So we have the Sun, of course. We have the South Node. So let's talk about the South Node. The South Node is more of the past. Okay, so Capricorn should be, the South Node is in Aquarius for right now. So that's Aquarius that I didn't even mention because I didn't make this big enough. But Aquarius did have the South Node. Now, let's look at Saturn for Capricorn. Saturn wants Capricorn to be more structured. So Capricorn, if you find someone that's new in your life or someone that just came in your life that has their talent, not use it, but be grateful for that person and allow them to bring structure to your life because they're going to help you enhance your business. They're going to help you enhance whatever it is you need for this journey in your life. So even if it's a zodiac sign that people say, oh, you guys don't really typically get along, don't even worry about it. They can have something else prominent in their chart and you can learn from them. Just like how they say you can learn from anyone. You truly can learn from anyone. And make sure that you take advantage of that person helping you organize, okay, or helping you get attention. Sorry that this is a little bit off. This is my first time doing the video like this, but okay. So Mercury is also in Capricorn. So this is all about communication. So It's either a Virgo or a Gemini will come into your life that can offer you stability. Okay, so you and Virgo are both earth sign, and then Gemini is the air. So this person has good intent and can help you improve on something that will help you business wise. So make sure that you're open to that. Okay, and for all you Aquarius, you have the South Node, so hopefully you're watching the whole video because you can really learn from, you know, everything. And so you have the South Node, which is all about working through your past. And Capricorn, you can benefit from this as well, because even though it's pretty much close to into your sign, but learning from your past. Okay, and where you can learn from past relationships and maybe even past lives, letting go of things that you're so familiar with and adapting a new way that will benefit you right now where you are. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so yeah, I think that is everything that I wanted to cover for this reading. What else did I want to say for this? I wanted to show you guys the cards, okay? And I have the layout here because I want to just talk more about the cards, but I will do a separate video for the cards, okay? And for the 20th, I wrote this down. Where is it? I wrote down the astrology for yesterday, okay, for the solar eclipse time. And I decided not to do that, just do it for the height of the full moon from my location. So my location where I am, the high peak for it was 5:15 this morning. And what is cool about all of this celestial event is that it's Sunday and Monday. So you have this overnight exchange. And last night, the wind was so strong, I was hearing it in my bed. It was like Bird Box. I was joking with a friend this morning. I was like, did you hear the wind? It was like Bird Box. Crazy, right? And it was just so, I love the sound of it, but it was like, what? I hope none of those trees fall outside. And it was cool, you know, because I put the fan on and I go to sleep. So the sound of the breeze was just very relaxing for me. Something I didn't mention for today, for the full moon in Leo, okay, that fire energy, we can all benefit from Leo. And it's funny enough, when I pulled the cards last night, the strength card did come up. Even though this is the astrology video, the strength card did come up. So that was a huge sign. And it's about finding that strength within you, but also allowing the strength of someone else to help guide you. Don't turn that away, because when you turn that away, you're losing. You know, we have to use our ego when it's there to help us and not to fight other people that are there to help us. So this Leo energy is about being the smartest person really you can, but on a zodiac level is to really master yourself so that you can use or benefit from in a positive way, or learn from is a better word, from someone or something to better the situation for yourself. The moon, okay, so the moon in Cancer for today, what the triangle looks like. The moon, I know you guys can see it, but pretty much the moon in Cancer, Uranus in Aries, and going up to the sun in Aquarius. Okay, so with that, what I want to say, let me click off of this. I gotta let that one go. Okay, so let me click on Uranus. So for this energy, it's the sun, the moon, Uranus, right, for today. So what you can really do is find like your awakening, like I was saying, is knowing yourself, studying your chart, watching videos, learning about what are the prominent areas in your chart, you know, especially where your sun is. Now that you're in the winter time, you know, you can break up the 4 seasons and really learn more about yourself in that moment. Don't try to go all over the place, because then it will be a lot to take in, especially when I was learning astrology. It was like, oh my gosh, I knew a little bit of it, but I didn't go deeply into it. And it was very frustrating because it's like I had all the questions and I wasn't finding any videos that had the answer, because, for me, I'm like, I need more information. I've always been that way. So Uranus is about our power of awakening, right? And we want a revolution that will change and make things better for us. We want our freedom to do what we want. That's what Uranus is about, right? But it's also about our originality. So it's really freedom for ourselves. Like someone was asking me about an issue that they had, and they're younger, and it's like, oh, I want to color my hair this color, but the job I'm at right now allows it, but this other job that pays more, I'm not sure if they'll allow me to color my hair, and I can still dress professional, but I don't know if they'll allow me to color my hair. So it's really this Uranus energy right now. And let me hit back and see if it'll allow me to go back to the chart. It's this energy of what decision do I make? It's like, I really don't care. I can dress the way I want when I'm not at work, but coloring my hair, it kind of mattered to the person. They're like, I could do without it, but they're still in that age group of, I want to color my hair. And I'm like, color your hair, do what you want. You got to get it out. You don't want to be, 80 looking back going, oh man, I wish I did that, so that Uranus energy is asking you, and I'm trying to see where else it's at. It's asking you to do things that you want to do, right? So this is that conflict of the fourth house, like your inner world, like where you are right now, and thinking, okay, survival mode as well, right? So trying to ground yourself in that thought and say, okay, I want stability, but I also want to be free to do whatever I want to do. So it's going to be that energy in that Taurus energy for a lot of Taurus people, but others will feel that because these energy are trying like that. Okay, so I think that's all that I wanted to cover. But the main thing for astrology for everyone, which I'm going to touch on in the meditation, and I want to, this video is longer than I thought, but that's okay. But what I got from my notes from writing down everything, focusing on this, is for us to set our intention. So whatever you're looking at your chart in your area, or you're watching a lot of videos, is to find out, okay, this is a big celestial event. This is a lunar event that is huge. Okay, how can I benefit from this? What do I need to improve on? So you can focus on anything that you want, and this is what I find with people that clients and people that just ask questions once they find out what I do. They want to ask, okay, what can I do to benefit myself? What can I do right now? And they're focusing so much on what they want, which is good. Everyone does that, right? That's fine. But focusing on the root of it will actually bring you more freedom. It's like that knot in your stomach or that tightness in your chest or your throat. You're like, like it really releases the underlining layer of the issue. So you can do the prosperity work. That's huge. Everyone's been talking about that, right? Manifesting, and that's huge. You can do that. But then knowing your chart and match it up with your personality. Looking at your chart, matching it up with your personality or maybe an experience that you've had will actually benefit you more. And having a notebook and taking notes on each part of your chart. When I say that, I mean, let's focus on your sun, right? Because we're in winter right now. So we just, in December, we had the lowest point of the sun, and then the sun rising again, right, from the 21st to the 25th. Okay, so for astrology people, right? So from December till about March, end of March 21st, start of spring. Right now in this wolf moon, we're in the middle of winter, and the wolf, it symbolizes that action of surviving, of hunting, of trying to find his food. So that animal instinct, the humans still had that before we had all this technology. It's all about that in the middle of winter, in the middle of your survival. So right now, it's like if you're going through that survival mode of getting money and making sure you have shelter, that's the true survival mode. Sure, we don't have to freeze outside. You know, we have technology, we have all these things, but you can still find a group of people needing to maintain shelter and survival, right? So it's going to happen no matter what time frame we are. Find out where the sun is in your chart. Bring it back to that. Excuse me. Find out where the sun is in your chart and learn about that, and then see how it matches up with you. You can really learn a lot from studying where your sun is in your birth chart, not on just today, but look up your birth chart online and find out where it is. So right now, people can easily do that. It's not like in the 90s where, you know, like, oh, can you do my chart? You know, and then you have to get this software and do it. Now you can do it. Now, when you get it, you can actually have someone read it for you and add more meaning to it for you. And then that's where the key is. If you can't do it yourself. I have my peppermint, right? So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to upload this video now. And I want to do the other video and go out and get some stuff done today. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.